Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps, and I have another cookie cutter Christmas project to share with you. We'll be using the punch again, but we're not making a card. This time we are making a fun Christmas banner. So here we go, little cute guys. So I'll show it to you up close. There is our Happy Santa, paper pieced Santa and his Rudolph buddy, and then some other reindeer featuring the Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper that is on special during the month of October. So there goes our banner. Let me give you some tips for putting this together, and we'll get stamping. Alright, so setting our directions aside, this piece has this project has a lot of pieces, so kind of keep them handy. This is going to be to stamp our reindeer, and then we have our 3 banner pieces. We have our pre-punched hearts, our Christmas greetings pieces here, and then our designer series paper to layer. Alright, these are going to be the pieces we need for our Santa, because we are going to go ahead and do some paper piecing on that. And let's go ahead and start there. So I have my Santa stamp from Cookie Cutter Christmas, which is a really fantastic stamp set. So many fun pieces and ways to use them. And I am going to stamp Santa here in real red on our Whisper White cardstock, and I'll put my stamping mat down so I get a nice crisp image. And then I'm actually going to stamp him again on my piece of real red, and you can do kind of a quick and dirty version. He doesn't have to be super cleanly stamped because we're going to we just need him for his coat. So let's go ahead and punch him. So line him up with your cookie cutter builder punch. You're going to use your punches upside down, remember, so you can see what you're doing. And let's see, punch all the scrap over there. And get one more, this guy here. So he is going to be the base for our punch assembly process. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to use my scissors, and I want to go ahead and get all the parts of him that I want to stay red. So I'm going to grab his legs here because we're going to keep his pants red. And I'd say be a little careful when you do this because you want to keep track which pieces and what the orientation is for each one. So I'm going to kind of go one at a time. So I am cutting inside the stamp lines, okay, and I have this little piece here, which then is going to go right there on his leg, okay? See how that matches up? And then I'm going to cut inside this stamp line and do the same thing so we have the other part of his pants. Okay. And kind of keep in the same orientation. It's really easy to flip them over because there's no stamping on it anymore that you can see. So it's hard to kind of keep track of which direction he's going to go. And then I'm going to use my fine tip glue pen. And I put the glue on the base and then just add our layer to the top instead of trying to, I just totally flipped that over. Well, we'll figure it out. Instead of trying to glue the piece and then like manage this little tiny scrap of paper that has glue on it, it's easier to just put your glue there. So, alright, so next thing here, we'll do his hat. So I'm going to cut off, again, just barely inside the stamp line, and right again here. So what this is going to do is it's going to give us some fun contrast so that we can see which parts of Santa's suit are red and which parts are the white parts. Alright, so you're going to go ahead and do the same thing for parts of his jacket here and here, and then even these little tiny slivers down here under his belt. Alright, and when that is done, then we will go ahead and add, so when that is done, then we will set him aside to get ready to add to our banner pieces. So speaking of banner pieces, let's go ahead and cut the first one. I like to estimate where this is all going to fit by going ahead and attaching the first of the squares. So I'm going to frame this so that I have an equal 1/4 inch around the top. These banner pieces are cut to 3.5 inches by, what did I cut them to? 4 1/4. So 3.5 by 4 1/4. And what I'm going to do to make the banner is I'm going to go ahead and you can mark or you can estimate where the center is. And I'm going to cut up to just about a 1/4 inch down from where the designer series paper ends. And then I'm going to cut to the center line there. And cut to the center line there again. Okay, so that gives us our banner shape. Now, to keep them all equal, the easiest thing to do is to just go ahead and line them up. And you can trace and cut, or you can just be bold and cut and get all 3 banners so that they are the same shape at the bottom. All right, when those are all done, go ahead and add your designer series papers, and then I'm going to punch with my 1/8 inch hole punch at the corner of each one. I'm going to kind of get it right near the corner where the designer series paper starts. So, oops, that was a little low. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. So kind of right at the corner of the 1/4 inch corner of each piece. And then we have this really fun trim, this cable trim that can fit through here. And so you're going to go ahead and string this through. Now, if you are looking for a tip on how to get that through, here is my quick needle threading tip. If you don't have a needle threader handy, grab a piece of your metallic thread and slide this, make a loop and slide 2 pieces through the end. So I have loose ends on the back and this end on the front. And I'm going to put my trim through there. And all I'm going to do, this metallic thread's really strong, so all I have to do is just pull on that loop and it goes right through. So I can use the same trick to thread all the pieces of my banner. Alright, and once we've got our pieces threaded through there, then the next thing we're going to do is add the hearts. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I do this, sometimes I get frustrated because pieces I attach to string, they flip the wrong way, or they're not facing the right way, or they're just a pain. So I'm going to show you how to get this to work. So on these pieces, I'm going to go ahead and put fast fuse just across the top, okay? Then I'm going to set them behind my banner and press the rope down into the fast fuse, okay? So now we have the back part of our set, and we're going to put these on the front. So to go on these, I'm going to add a Stampin' Dimensional down here. So that's going to hold the bottom part of our hearts tight. And then again, fast fuse on these. So I'm going to just layer this right on top, and I'm going to press that fast fuse down into our rope, and that gives us a nice tight attachment point that will be facing miraculously the right direction. So super fun, okay? Then we have to do our stamping and our punching for our reindeer. So we're going to grab from the Cookie Cutter Christmas set, we're going to grab that reindeer stamp and go ahead and stamp and punch out our reindeer. Alright, and then these are going to go on here, but before I attach them, I'm going to add some metallic thread just to give our, I mean, we got glimmer paper, we need a little extra bling, I think. So I'm going to make my loops a little bit bigger on this one. So I'm going to use 4 fingers and go ahead and pinch my ends. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll just put the dimensional on the banner this time and press my string here. And I actually think I'm going to let it spread just a little as I start to attach it, because what I want this to do is go behind our reindeer. So we'll give them some, whoops, it didn't flip over. We'll give them just a little bit of extra texture on their plate, I guess, or on their panel. Okay, so we have that. You're going to do the same thing on this corner, this side here, and then in the center, this is where Santa, our place of honor for Santa, and oh, you know what? I needed 5 reindeer, so go ahead and punch 5 from this paper. And the 5th one is going to be Rudolph. So you have a piece of another little designer series paper scrap, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp Rudolph's nose onto the back here. So I'm just gonna get some spot there. Now the back of this is glossy, so this is going to stay wet for either a really long time or forever. So try not to drag your fingers across it too much, but go ahead and cut around it, and then you might even just take a tissue and wipe some of that ink off, which I think I'll do here. There we go, so I don't transfer that ink to all of my other pieces that I don't really want to get inked. And then you'll notice that it is just the right size to go ahead and add to our Rudolph character. So we'll flip that over. It's not quite symmetrical, but it's close enough. So there we're going to have Rudolph. And for this piece, since I don't have inky fingers, hopefully, I'm going to go ahead and trim. I want it to be just a little shorter, so I'm going to trim so that it's just about half before I add it. And usually when I add things to a banner, I try and use fast views because this is going to be hanging for a while, so you don't want pieces of your holiday banner to fall off throughout the season. And then our Merry greeting, so I'm going to use the fine tip glue pen for that. And you don't really have to cover the whole thing, just kind of a little bit here and there. That was more than I wanted. Yes, let's see. Oh, I have that tissue handy. I'll just blot a little extra glue from it before I stick it down. All right, so we have our Merry. We will add our Santa and Rudolph and our final reindeer on our end panel. And there we have our ta-da! Our Merry Christmas banner. So lots of fun pieces here that would be a great addition to any holiday decor. So super cute. You can put it any place. It's nice and compact, so a fun thing to do. And you could even, you know, just go ahead and fold it up and put it in a cute glassine bag or something with a tag on it and give it like as a gift. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my video tutorials. Let me know if you have any questions or if you would like to request a Stamps the Mail Club kit. You can visit my website. This is the October kit, and I'll have another fun set of projects coming in the month of November. I know you're going to be excited about that one. I'm excited too. So excited I can't talk. Anyway, happy stamping. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos, and also my blog so you don't miss my Holiday Helper newsletter. So thanks so much for watching, and happy stamping.